I've spent my whole life trying to move past the damage my father caused, but now he's on his deathbed asking to see me, and my family won't stop pressuring me to go even though I want nothing to do with him. I, 31M, have 3 sisters that I love and a mother I adore. It hasn't always been this way though. I hated them when I was younger because while my father, now 67M, would yell at me or belittle me for everything possible, they were the apples of his eyes. I did my best at school and karate. Nothing impressed him. Not when I earned a full scholarship to a prestigious university. Not when I was the valedictorian of my year group. Not even at 26 when I managed to start my own small company that has grown considerably since. No matter what I did, I was made to feel worthless, less than a person, good for nothing, useless, a failure. I have lingering issues about it to this day. When I was younger, all I wanted just once was for my father to say I'm proud of you. Nothing even close. He doted on my sisters and mother though, and I'm not proud to say I hated them for it as much as I hated him. How dare they get away so lightly? How dare they get his smiles and laughter and kind words when all I had to get was cruelty? It took me a long time to finally begin a relationship with my sisters or mom that wasn't the jealous angry son. Today we are all very close. I love them to death and would do anything for them. Some time ago my father was diagnosed with cancer. He's had other issues as well, suffered through 2 heart attacks and a stroke, and it seems as if his body can't carry on anymore. He's dying and I don't care. I don't have it in me to care, and if he died I could live the rest of my life having never seen him before he passed or knowing that I won't attend his funeral. He wasn't present at my wedding either. I did not invite him, which was very noticeable to many of my family members, but I didn't care. I'd found a woman who loved me and that I loved, and I wanted to share that day with the other important people in my life that I love or strongly like. My uncle was always sympathetic to my cases growing up. My father, his older brother, was an a-hole to him, and he understood why I wouldn't want my father there even while other family members thought I should have still invited him. Here's the thing though, he wants to see me. He probably has only a few months left and now wishes to see me. My wife, mother and sisters all want me to pay a visit to him. Well, my wife thinks I should go just once. She isn't pressuring me. She knows my history with him and says if I decide not to go, that's it then. My mother and sisters however do think I should go and have all spoken to me several times in the past month about this. The only person who's laid off on bugging me about it is my older sister. I'm the second child. She's 34 and she was the one who saw my father be a jerk to me from as far back as she or I can remember. My 2 other sisters are several years younger, 26 and 25. We met recently to talk about it, my older sister and I, and for the first time in years I broke down crying. I literally just let it out. I told her I can't do it. I tried to put everything in the past but I can't. I hate that man and what he did to me mentally. I can't forgive him, and she says she understands. She said she'd speak to my mother and sisters, however my mother and sisters tend to be very pushy. Anyway, do you all think I should go at least once? Update, 3 weeks later. So I went to see my dad and it basically went like crap. I caved. I freaking caved and decided fuck it. I'll see what he wants. Maybe this is something worth hearing. I visited the hospital by myself. No wife. No mom. No sisters. Just him and I. He looked old and tired, and just as I predicted, I didn't find it in me to be angry. This wasn't the man I remembered. This was just some old broken man. It would have been a waste of my time to feel angry, and yet I did. I was so pissed off because I couldn't stand across from him eye to eye and let him see that the son he treated like dog crap had built a wonderful life for himself. We didn't say anything to each other for around an hour. Then eventually I found my voice and said, "You know, this is the last time we'll ever see each other, right?" No immediate response. Then he eventually replied, "I know." So I asked him why now? Why did he want to see me so badly that he had to send a message through my mother for me? And here is where I learnt that my existence didn't mean anything to him. He admitted that he did it just to give my mom closure. She didn't ask him to do it, but he knew she wanted it. So I asked him why he treated me the way he did my whole life, and he replied, "I never wanted a son, never had any interest in one." It freaking hurt, but I kept listening and he kept speaking. He said that in the first few years of my life he tried his best to care about me, but eventually he realized he couldn't. Then came the final nail in the coffin of my relationship with that man. "I never loved you, but I didn't hate you either. I just didn't care for you because I never wanted a son. I wanted to give you up for adoption when you were younger, but your mother would never have forgiven me. So I did my best to push you aside, and you would always try and get my approval for stuff. I felt bad at times, but I just didn't care for you." By that time I was crying. Me, a 31-year-old man, left my dying father in his hospital room and went to my car crying. I could have gone my whole life not knowing that. Screw my mom, my sisters, my wife and my dad. I'm just so pissed right now. There was a part of me that hoped we would bury the hatchet. Nope. I just learned he never gave a damn. I will never speak of my father again. I will not attend his funeral or visit his grave. When he dies I'll be at the bar drinking because the dude is gone from this world, and I will do everything I can to be the father he never was. Final edit from OP. I just want to say thanks to everyone for your kind words, both in comments and in my private messages. They really helped a lot, particularly while I was hungover this morning and laying in bed thinking about life. I've got a ways to go still. I feel like yesterday opened up wounds I didn't even realize had never really healed, and I'll be talking to my wife about it, and most likely a professional as well. I won't cut my mom or sisters out. I am not angry at them. Their experiences with my father were different from my own, and I do not fault them for that. However, right now, the best thing for me is just to not be around them as much. So I don't think they'll be seeing or hearing from me for some time. Once again, I sincerely thank everybody. It was your comments and messages that made me realize, yeah, it hurts like shit, but I can't let him have any more power over me. I'm in the prime of my life and I've built a nice life for myself. I don't need a dying man's approval anymore because I've done the best I could for so long without it anyway. So here's to hoping things will get better soon.